Hello. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today and just kind of expose some things, I guess. So, I just wanted to say that as a human being, we have certain rights just for the fact that we exist. So, here's the list. You have a right as a human being to feel safe, to say no at any time, to change your mind anytime you want to choose who you spend time with and how much time you spend with them. You have the right to do less than what is humanly possible. You have a right to be treated with respect. You have the right to make your own decisions. As an empath, people pleaser, fixer, we are taught from a young age who we are to be in this world. If our needs are going to be met, we have to be a certain way, do a certain thing. And we don't get to be our authentic self. We don't get to learn who we truly are. We're being everything for everybody else and nothing for ourselves. But we think we're getting something out of that. But we're really not. Childhood trauma is it's hard to navigate. It's difficult, it's painful. There comes a rage. And this one was hard for me at first. If it's not dealt with, it comes out sideways. And then innocent bystanders can get hurt. Meaning we get snippy, disrespectful, snide, rude with people outside in the world that didn't do anything to us, that didn't mistreat us or abuse us. I think this happens a lot in violent situations. Maybe there's some underlying something that's unhealed or I don't want to say dealt with, unhealed. I honestly think that as children, when we're children, we just want to be loved, right? We're so bright-eyed and open and ready to take on the world and curious and silly and fun. We're just free spirit. And when essentially you're made to feel a certain way, or you, as a child, you just don't know any better, right? Maybe some do. Maybe some children are more intellectual or emotionally healthy, stable than others, I guess. I don't know. I mean, we're all so different. That's the beauty of it. That rage has to come out. If you have to go into nature, to the beach, to the desert, to the basement, to the bedroom and scream into a pillow, that primal scream, we have to get that out of us. I was feeling a bit wobbly today. Just unpacking some things. Sometimes if we are not taught what our rights are as a person or a human being, and we don't know, we don't stand up for ourselves. We don't know how. We don't have the words. We don't even know that we're allowed to, or that we can, or that we should. I don't want to should people. We could. And we do. It can be really difficult to navigate if we don't have the words. I'd like to give you the words. That was the most difficult thing for me, is knowing that something that was being said or done, just having that innate gut feeling that you know, even in your heart, that it's wrong. That the way they're gaslighting, manipulating, talking to you, the way they're making sexual innuendos that are making you uncomfortable, and not knowing what words to say were so difficult for me. I don't want that to be for you. Here's the words I use now. I don't appreciate you talking to me like that. No. No is my favorite because it's simple and clear. No. Someone makes a sexual innuendo. No. Someone is trying to gaslight you and say maybe you misunderstood what he meant by that. No. No is my favorite one. Because as a people pleaser, I said yes to pretty much everything. Pretty much, not everything. Oh my gosh. I wish, a part of me wishes, that I could reach inside and take all your pain away. But really, this healing is something we have to do for ourselves on our own terms, at our own time, at our own pace. But I don't want you to feel alone. I don't want... Let me tell you what I do want. How's that? It's more positive. I want you to feel and know that you matter. I want you to know and feel that you are worthy, that you are loved. You're not alone. You are not alone. You are worthy. You are important. You are important for the fact that you are here. That's what makes you important. You don't have to do or say or be anything special. We're all special. You don't have to be anything in particular to be important. The fact that you are here makes you important. You're important to someone, all of us, everyone, somewhere. You matter. I want you to know that. I want you to feel that you are whole and complete. I want you to feel okay with every emotion you feel. I want you to know that you are allowed all those feelings, even the rage. When we come to a certain level of healed in awareness, the rage comes because we realize the depths of what was taken from us. And we didn't know when we were children, but we know as adults when we get to a certain level of awareness, And then the real work starts. Because not only to fully heal are we, to a certain degree, required to look and face all the emotions we feel for the things that were thrown upon us or the dynamics that emotional and mental, psychological and physical things we went through as a child. But there comes a point where we have to look at ourselves and our part, not as children, our part in that. I know I've probably talked about this before. It's so important, and I don't want anyone to feel alone. You have to process through it alone. No one's coming to save you to process. It can be a lonely feeling. And when we're in a lonely space or feeling rejected, in my experience, that's not the good space you want to make decisions from pertaining to relationships. All kinds of multifaceted types of relationships, not just intimate partner relationships, but business relationships, friendships. When we're in that space of loneliness, for me personally, it's best for me to stay there for a while. And that's okay to be there and to feel through that. Oh, it's not comfortable. It is not comfortable. But it's important. I think that is actually probably one of the most important aspects for me on this journey. Because having been in that lonely space before, and that's making decisions about getting involved with someone from that space, that can destroy a person. If you're not at a certain level of healed, and you're making a decision about relationships based on that loneliness, then you're coming from a place of need and desperation. Boy, the vultures can smell that. Sharks can smell the blood in the water, so to speak. Narcissists meet your empath. Vampire meet your bloodline. You know what I mean. Heal that. And then choose relationships from a healed place. I'm not going to say there's times that people never feel lonely, even when they're healed. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I'm a certain level of way more healed than I used to be. I don't know what level that is, because it's not like you get, oh, I'm like a level 10. It's like, I'm a level 12. I mean, I guess I don't know what. I'm not making decisions based on relationships or about relationships from a lonely space, from a feeling of loneliness. I would rather be alone, because I know what the alternative is. And it's painful, and it can be devastating. And the last relationship I was in, I became someone I didn't want to be. It's okay, it's where I was. It really is. It's just simply where I was. And I think that grace needs to be mentioned in the healing journey. I think we have to, it's very important to be gracious with ourselves and gentle. We didn't do anything wrong. We just didn't know any better. We made a mistake. A couple of them maybe. But what did you learn? What did you learn from those mistakes? What did you learn not to do again? What would you do differently moving forward? I think in AA and NA they say something like, no new relationships for the first year. Maybe there's a reason for that. Not really versed on that, but maybe there's a reason for that. I don't know what the time limit is. I don't know what the healed level is. I also know I'm not going to isolate. There's a fine line. There truly is. There's a fine line between putting yourself back out there in the world and putting yourself back out there as available. I'm feeling open to one, but not really the other. But then that's not even true either, because I think friendships can be beneficial, but not toxic ones. Which means you need to be a certain level healed and not coming from loneliness or desperation. But only you know that. You know that feeling. We've all felt it. I would like everyone to feel safe. I would like everyone to know that they're important, that their life matters, they matter, you matter. You're important just because you're here. You have something to offer this world. You're never alone. I get the feeling of lonely. As always, holding a space of love for you.